Hey y'all, my name is Adina Barnett Miller, but I'm known to my students as Mrs. B. I've been passionate about West Virginia history for as long as I can remember, but my mom would tell you it all started when I was 3 years old and she bought me a West Virginia counties puzzle at Gino's Pizza. I've taught history in Ripley, West Virginia for over 20 years now, and I'm an adjunct professor who teaches college West Virginia history to high school students. Please join me for West Virginia History with Mrs. B, a field trip across the Mountain State to walk in the footsteps of those who came before us. Hey y'all, it's West Virginia History with Mrs. B and her better half,
Dave.
Yep, and we are riding on the Amtrak train to Washington, D.C. today. And so we are making a video, or videos, this is our second video, of our experiences on the train. We're following the historic Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad, and we are in the New River Gorge. So Dave's going to share that with you. Right there should be the New River Gorge. So stick with us, and we are going to show you some exciting views here in Fayette County and down into Summers County and down into Greenbrier County on our way through West Virginia on the Amtrak train, the Cardinal. Thanks for joining us.
It was snack time and I almost missed it. But there's a New River Gorge Bridge. And this again will be another future project.
Well, you get there a lot quicker on the train than you do in a car.
Right.
But that bridge took what was a 45-minute drive down into the gorge, across the bridge there at Fayette Station, and then back up out of the gorge. A 45-minute drive to a 45-second drive.
See if I can get the view from.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, we're going to see the Fayette Station bridge.
The Fayette Station Bridge too. We'll get you there in a second, but first we got to get the iconic view of the NRG Bridge.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the Fayette Station Bridge.
Where we took some wedding photos.
Thank you, Ethan Bartlett.
Yep.
But as we continue on here, getting out of the Fayetteville Oak Hill area, headed to Thurmond,
which I've only been to on train. I've never been to Thurmond in a car.
I don't know if we want to remedy that or not.
I'm gonna just stick with. I've been there on the train.
But again, you see the river here and the white water again for the rafting in the area.
Look at that waterfall. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was there. Look at it. It is gorgeous.
Absolutely.
I really want to do this again in the fall. I'm thinking fall 2026.
I think we can make that happen.
We'll get on the train, go down to the Greenbrier for the weekend, come back. It'll be glorious. Don't we get to Hinton?
We'll figure it out. We got plenty of time.
Look at those rocks. That's just awesome.
I mean, just look at the topography too, the plateau up top. Y2K, we're only, that was going to look behind it. They had a plow thing.
Wow. Now you understand why they made this a full-blown national park. You don't get the full perspective of the park.
No.
Right.
This can only be appreciated from the train.
So if you can look through the trees there, we've got a bridge, and the train's slowing down, so I believe we are coming into the community of Thurmond here in West Virginia. And Thurmond's claim to fame is a once bustling coal community here on the banks of the New River.
There was a massive hotel. It had 350 rooms here called the Glen, and it's known because there was a poker game that went for 14 years straight in the hotel, inside the hotel. But Thurmond was known for, let's just say, debauchery. This is where coal miners would come and blow all of their money. You could get alcohol here, you could get women here, you could gamble here in the Glen. But the hotel mysteriously burned down and was never rebuilt. And so it went from having, a bustling main street and being a big town here in the gorge to how many people live in Thurmond today?
As of the 2020 census, 5.
Yeah.
As in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So from 350 hotel rooms and all kinds of people to 5. So Thurmond is also really well known because this is where John Sayles filmed his magnum opus, Mate 1 in it came out in
87.
Yeah, 87. So I think they filmed it in 1986.
And it is requisite watching for anybody that, West Virginia history, if you want to learn about the history of this state.
Because Chris Cooper, oh my gosh, Chris Cooper is amazing.
David Strahan, James Earl Jones, Mary McDonald.
Oh, so good, so good, so good. But look at this, we're over the New River right now. What a view, Dave. Make sure you get that gorge view up there. As we cross the bridge here to come into Thurmond. Oh, good, because you'll be able to get the main the town and all that. Look at all those railroad ties. A lot more railroad ties than people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but you'll be able to get Main Street. Now, the New River Gorge National Park has been doing some work. And so they're going to be tearing down some houses here in Thurmond, but maintaining others. Interesting statistic. This Amtrak station is the second least used Amtrak station in the United States. And it remains open because it is part of the national park. And so you can get off here. I mean, this is, how would you describe this? This is pretty isolated.
This is very isolated.
I mean, really the only way here is, easy way here is the train.
And there are a lot of back roads that you got to take to get in here.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be coming here besides on the train. you know, Thurmond is so representative of what happened in Fayette County. You know, there were so many mines that opened up after the Chesapeake and Ohio came through here and opened in 1873. And, you know, once the coal petered out, the communities petered out. And so there is just, you know, the people don't stay. They move on and move out from, you know, these tiny isolated pockets.
Communities. And I mean, it's not just here in Thurmond, it's all over Fayette County when you talk about communities like, you know, Nuttleburg, Pax, Kingston.
Well, at one time, Fayette was the largest coal producer in the state of West Virginia. Basically from 1870s on till 1910, Fayette was the largest producer of coal in West Virginia.
Right.
Then McDowell surpassed it and stayed number one for decades after that. But, you know, Fayette County kept on trucking until this New River field pretty much petered out during the Great Depression. There just wasn't the demand for coal, and the seams were almost exhausted by then. So that's why so many of these coal towns were abandoned in the 1930s. The jobs just, you know, dwindled away, and people moved on, and nothing came back to replace it. Were those beehives? I think those are beehives.
They might have been.
Beehive ovens. I'm almost positive those are beehive ovens right there. Passing. Yep. And those are probably house foundations. Those are beehive ovens.
Right.
Which is what they used to put coal in to produce coke. It like went like this and like that. It was really cool, like a water slide. Question of the day: will we get any passengers from Thurmond? Dum dum dum. Now I think there is a B&B here in Thurmond, right?
There might be.
I think there is a B&B. So I guess you could take the train, stay the weekend, and get back on the train. You just have to be smart and pack your little suitcases because there's no check baggage stop here. We thought we were closer to
Thurmond than what we actually were. There's a neat little creek.
You have to excuse me, I'm a water sign. I get excited anytime I see water. Ooh, water! Ooh, water!
I feel we're slowing down again. Or at least I thought we were. from the.
Hey, you should go up here. Those seats are empty.
Here, you take the camera.
Alright, we're moving, y'all.
Minutes outside of Thurmond, West Virginia. Once again, folks, this is going to be Thurmond, West Virginia. Folks, this Thurmond is a historical spot. The station in Thurmond is my personal favorite station along this strip. It's going to be on the right side. If you'd like to take a look at it out your window, it'll be on the right side when we get up there to Thurmond.
Yeah, but you're going to see the main street right over here. So you don't want to miss it. You've got the street, you know, like the actual street where they filmed on Mate 1.
Right.
Like where the cafe and everything was, and the jewelry store. That's over there. And then I will go over there and get the train depot. And the train depot down here was built in the 1890s.
Here we go.
This is not my favorite depot. I love this depot though. For me, it's a toss-up between Prince and Alderson. I love both of those.
All right.
Yeah, you don't want to miss any of this. See?
And of course, Thurmond has become a tourist destination.
Truthfully, there are more houses than people.
The old town hall. I think we're going to see more people along the road trying to take pictures of the train than the people that actually call this place
See,
home.
there you go. National Bank of Thurmond.
Post office.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to get the station over on the other side?
Yeah. I'm going to take you guys to see this train station. There she is in all her 1890s glory. She's that chessy yellow. She's like the big overblown version of the Alderson train station. But this train station, second least used train station in the entire Amtrak system, but it is so integral to getting people here in the New River Gorge National Park. So we're stopped. I don't know if we're picking anybody up. And you can see there's a bridge across the New River here at Thurmond as well. So cool. Alright. So I'm going to sign off for right now, but we have a lot more to see, especially down in Summers and Monroe and Greenbrier counties.
So we have just gotten
Prince.
here at the Prince, West Virginia station. Looks like we'll be letting a few folks on. This is a really neat looking station, how retro it looks.
What, honey?
This is a really neat little station, how retro it looks.
Super cute Art Deco.
But just taking a look, and We got out of the tunnel there beforehand, and
What, honey?
I said we got out of the tunnel beforehand there, and just
I know.
didn't. It's like it
Tunnel
almost
and then
immediately
boom.
hit you. Yeah.
Now, this is the train station for Beckley. Because
Yeah.
there's no train station in
There's
Beckley.
Amtrak service to Beckley,
Yeah.
so this is kind of the gateway there. But just look at how gorgeous. And again, I'm sorry I missed the beginning of it. Now, I can't remember, Prince, if this is
It's
Fayette
Fayette.
or Raleigh.
I checked. It's
Because
Fayette.
we're
still.
near the line.
We're right near the Raleigh County line.
Seems to me on the other side of the new.
But I
is
don't think we're
Raleigh.
going to be in Raleigh long.
No.
Because it'll be Raleigh right into Summers.
Yeah.
And then we're in Summers for a little bit because we're going to go through Hinton itself.
Right.
But look at that. Look how adorable. It's so adorable. Well, and the if you can get a picture of it, the end cap of the station is the money shot. Because it says Prince at the end if you look that way. Can you see it?
Nope.
Darn.
I missed it. But we'll take a look at the community of
Prince.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now departing Prince, West Virginia. In about 30 minutes, we'll be in our next station stop of Hinton, West Virginia. Once again, folks, our next stop will be about half an hour, be Hinton, West Virginia.
Glad he pronounces it right. Hinton, West Virginia.
Yep. So I've got Mountainside on my side, and over on the other side
There's
is
the new.
New River, which can't really get from here. So I think I will shut the camera off for now, and we'll pick you back up when we see something more scenic.
When we get closer to Hinton, we can hopefully maybe get sandstone.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going rogue. I stole someone's seat so I could show you right there. That's I-77. You know where we are, hopefully, if you're from West Virginia. This is, actually this is I-64, excuse me. As you went past Beckley and you're headed towards Hinton, we're coming right near the Hinton exit. So you would get on Route 20 right there. And so we are going to be following the New River. The reason I'm in someone else's seat is because I want to try and catch Sandstone Falls as we come into Hinton. Right up there, I-77. Kind of scary. So, historically, when we talk about the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad, Hinton was a really important town for the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad. It was, in fact, started by the railroad, because this is where, when we had steam-powered engines, that the trains would basically gear up and get ready for going into the West Virginia mountains. And so there wasn't a town before the railroad came through. The town of Hinton exists because of the train. So this is all stuff you drive past. So you can see there's this sandstone, but this is what you drive past on your way down to Hinton. You can see a lot of people have camps and stuff here along the New River, because I mean, this valley through here is just spectacular. You can see on the other side there's a beautiful farm. And then up there you can see just the big mountain right up there. That's not fun to do on the 2-lane road on Route 3. Don't do it. Just say no. This is one of the reasons I love coming on the train. There's a guy fishing. I love coming on the train is because you get to see stuff that you would not see from the road. The train is a whole new perspective. So it's just you and the river. There they are, there they are, there they are. There's Sandstone Falls. An important geographic feature here on the New River as you're headed from Beckley to Hinton. There they are. It was worth it. It was worth it to steal someone's seat so we could see that. Oh my gosh. It's gorgeous. Gotta love the New River. Alright, we will pick up with you when we get closer to Hinton.
Okay, we have just crossed into the city of Hinton here, county seat of Summers County. And hometown of my good friend Mark Hughes. Shout out to Mark. Just my luck as soon as we cross into Hinton and the train comes in the opposite direction.
I mean, Hinton is built on
This is built on the railroad, yes. And also built on the water as well.
Well, there wouldn't be a Hinton if it wasn't for the railroad, though.
John Henry.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about him coming up.
Oh, this is tragic.
Oh no, it's fun.
I was a little too close for comfort.
I only have service.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming into Hinton, West Virginia. Once again, folks, this is going to be Hinton, West Virginia. If Hinton's your destination, please gather your belongings and make your way to the exit. We'll see uniform Amtrak employees. Once again, folks, this will be Hinton, West Virginia.
All right. Now that the train has passed and we've missed much of the city,
Not much.
the New River is to our right, and when we get to the stop, I will pass the camera to Adina. Because the depot's on that side as well, right?
I'm not sure. I usually can tell you, and for some reason, I think it's on that side, but I'm not sure.
It's a nice big coal tipple here. There we go.
We can just see how big this complex used to be.
the water slide here.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on Google Maps. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Wild Water Express. Neat. What was the place we stopped at here in Hinton on our honeymoon?
The market.
The market,
Up
yes.
there, up by the courthouse square. It's really good.
Definitely recommended. All right, station
right
is
there.
right here.
Yay! Very historically beautiful. You can see it's those hand.
Yeah, this is a
made
step back in
bricks.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And as we take a look,
But there's been a lot of revitalization in Hinton
Mhm.
around the railroad.
and we have a train car to the right of us, so we'll forego that. But what else do we want to say about Hinton?
If you're looking for a fun place this in the afternoon, come to Hinton. They have an old-timey movie theater. They have a railroad history museum. The Hinton Dairy Queen is worth the trip.
Yes.
Just to sit out on the deck and eat your ice cream and look at the New River. Also, the Bluestone Dam is here because that's where the Bluestone River flows into the New River, and it is super, super, super cool. Actually, they're doing a huge multi-year project on the dam. It's not supposed to be finished till like what, 27, 28, I think.
I think in that neighborhood, yeah.
So,
And of course, you're not too far away from Bluestone State Park, Bluestone Lake State Park,
don't forget Pipestem.
Pipestem. You're not too far away from that as well.
If you're
This is
looking for a little fun trip, you could go from 64 to 77 and drive from right there, or you get off the Hinton exit all the way through Pipestem over to Athens and get on to 77.
Yeah.
I love that drive through there. It's beautiful.
It is
And
gorgeous.
Pipestem is like right in the middle, so you can stop and like eat lunch and take the aerial tram, and that, I mean, you could do a whole day trip just driving from one interstate to the other
Right.
interstate. But it's less than an hour? Probably about an hour. Would
In
you
that
say?
neighborhood, yeah. But I mean, you got to stop here in Hinton and check the place out, because this is an amazing, amazing little community here in southern West Virginia. It's, for my
Love
money,
it. Love
my
it.
favorite city in southern West Virginia.
It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorites. My favorite is coming up next.
All right, so as we start moving again, high atop the hill there, somebody lost their clothes. So as we leave Hinton, and we have a mountainside here, our next stop, White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Stay tuned, folks.
So it's pitch black. And we are in the Great Bend Tunnel. Actually the new one. We just passed the entrance for the old one, and we'll show you it on the other side, hopefully. But we are talking about this tunnel because it's kind of really important in West Virginia history, isn't it, Dave?
Yes, it is. The
So-
legend.
Yes, the legend of John Henry, which I didn't learn until I was an adult. I actually happened in West Virginia. I just knew John Henry from Disney folk hero cartoons. But John Henry was a formerly enslaved man who helped build the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad, and he was supposedly competed against a steam engine, drill to lay track, and he beat the steam into the little community called Talcott. But, you know, the first time I ever saw the John Henry statue, it was up on the hill and people were like shooting at it. Like it was full of pockmarks. And so I'm so glad that John Henry has his own park now. He has his own festival. It's called John Henry Days. And people talk about, finally, the important contributions of African Americans to the state of West Virginia, especially when it comes to the railroad industry and to the coal industry. So we will pick up with this once we get closer to Alderson. Alderson is next. Dave forgot about Alderson when he said his favorite town in West Virginia was Hinton. My favorite town in southern West Virginia is Alderson, and he forgot about it. Right?
Whoops.
Oops. So we've got 2 more stops in West Virginia before our journey ends. So we're going to hit Alderson and then the granddaddy of them all, White Sulphur Springs. So stay tuned. I love Alderson.
So the conductor just came on and said we are coming into Alderson. So as we get to this city, which
let's call it a town or a hamlet.
Once again, folks, this will be Alderson, West Virginia.
Alderson, like Montgomery, it straddles 2 counties. You have the north end on the Greenbrier side, south end on the Monroe side, which is where the train station is.
It's the river splits the town.
Right.
So if you're on the one side of the river, you're
on the north side, you're in Greenbrier. South side, you're in Monroe.
Which this is something I did not know, and for years I told people I had not been to Monroe County. Liar! I had totally been to Monroe County. I just didn't realize that the town was in 2 counties. Oops. So technically, the train station is in Monroe County because that's where we're coming into. It's like downtown Alderson. It has a beautiful. There's actually 2 bridges now because one's just a pedestrian bridge, but you can walk across there are bridges between the sides of town. Also, Alderson is kind of famous because this is where Martha went to prison.
Martha Stewart. The
Camp Cupcake.
Federal penitentiary. Women's penitentiary, I should say.
So Martha spent time here crocheting and
it was the nicest women's federal prison by the time she left in the country.
Yeah. It's very fancy and nice. So
it was a good thing.
But this town is also home to the oldest department store in the state of West Virginia. Alderson's named for the Alderson family. It's been open since the 1870s, and I love it. Dave can tell you because he knows how much I spent in there last time we were there. And there's really good food in Alderson, and cute little places to stay. And the Greenbrier River here is just magic in Alderson as you come through.
It was also once home to Alderson College, but again, back in the 1930s, it merged with Broadus, and they started a new school up in Philippi. Just recently, within the last year, the remaining building of Alderson College burned down. And
so sad. Like the last hopes of, bringing it back are over. So there's the water treatment plant for the city of Alderson. Exciting times. I can't remember. I think the train station's on the other side. Or is it on this side, Dave?
it might be on the other side now that I think about it, because we'll get a good view of the Greenbrier River.
On this side.
On this side, yeah.
So, and we didn't show you, but we are now following the Greenbrier River. And the Greenbrier River is one of the rivers that starts in Pocahontas County, and it dumps into the new there at Hinton. And so we switched rivers. We went from the new river now to the Greenbrier River. So, which we'll follow for a little bit more time. Oh, there's the one bridge right
This
there.
is the bridge for Route 3 that will take you to Union and Peterstown. Well, Union.
Well, Union, yeah. But you can get on to
219 to get to Peterstown. If you go out the rest of the way to Route 3, that'll take you over to Sweet Springs.
Oh, Sweet Springs.
Alderson, too, by the way, and I say this at very big risk, is well known for its very long tenured 4th of July parade.
Yeah. There's downtown on the other side, on the Greenbrier County side. And then that bridge right there, the concrete bridge you were looking at, that is
Nowadays just a pedestrian bridge, but it is absolutely gorgeous.
And then the parade, I think.
How about our luck? How about our luck that we stop
Oh, there's Alderson.
right here?
Look, Dave.
So I will pass the camera to you. You to bring that.
Well, I don't think we're going to grab that. But right there is Alderson's, which is the oldest department store in the state of West Virginia. It's been open since the 1870s. So if you're in Alderson, West Virginia, you need to stop and see Alderson's and all the key stuff. I mean, because look at the bridge. I love the bridge.
All decorated for Christmas.
Dave,
I don't think I've
how
ever.
many times have we walked across that bridge?
A few, but I think this is the first time I've ever been down here for Christmas, and
Yeah.
you know, kudos to you, town of Alderson. Really nice.
Oh, I love Alderson. That was
So
a quick stop.
we'll follow the river here just for a little bit, and then we will talk with you
At our conclusion.
at our conclusion there at White Sulphur Springs.
And then lunchtime.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now departing Alderson, West Virginia. In about 30 minutes, that's half an hour, we will be in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. If White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia is your destination, which I know we got quite a few people on here going there today,
Oh,
that'll be in
awesome.
half an hour, folks. 30 minutes, White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia.
Good for them.
Say hi to Big Jim and Baby Dog for us.
Yeah, and eat at Jerry West for us too, and in the dining room.
And Draper's if it's open.
Oh man, wouldn't that be fun to go on the train to Greenbrier for Christmas?
That would be. I'm envious of those people. Yes, you nudged me in the ribs.
I
Hint,
know.
hint, taken.
I know. I'm just saying we could do that sometime. I think that's why your mom bought us that gift card. So, man, that would be fun. Alright. We'll catch you at White Sulphur Springs.
So, I-64 right over there. And they just had the sign for 2 miles to their exit for Caldwell and White Sulphur Springs. So we are getting close to the final stop here in the state of West Virginia. Get a good shot of 64 there. White Sulphur Springs, home of the Greenbrier Resort. And we'll see that here in a couple minutes as we get into White Sulphur Springs proper.
Well, we would travel, my partner and I, long story, but moved to southern Idaho.
What's up?
So we're getting ready to come into White Sulphur Springs here. And of course we've got the view of 64.
Oh, gorgeous I-64.
Motel 6 is at
So White Sulphur Springs, known for the Greenbrier Hotel.
Yeah, and the stinky white sulphur.
Yeah. Which we have 2 videos of that. You can check that out, as well as a comparison video with the homestead from not too far away.
I can't tell people enough. I think it would make the perfect weekend trip. Get on the train in Charleston or Huntington and take it down to the Greenbrier on Friday, and then hop on the train that comes back on Sunday. Would that not be a ball?
That would be.
I'm planting those ideas for a future trip, Dave.
Yes. Well aware.
And I think you can do, there is a same day train, so if you want to do a day trip.
Alright, folks. We're now coming up on West Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. And West Sulphur Springs is your destination. Please gather your belongings and make your way to the exit now, where you will see an Amtrak employee. Once again, folks,
There's the McDonald's we know.
this is going to be West Sulphur Springs, West Virginia.
Was misdiagnosed with
One more time, we're just a couple minutes outside of West Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, folks. And West Sulphur Springs is your destination. Please gather your belongings. Look around, make sure you didn't leave anything, then make your way to the exit. We'll see a uniform Amtrak employee.
You're going to start,
West Virginia.
I called her and said you gotta come
stop
and get
it.
him.
You're going to start seeing Greenbrier-esque things from the train. We are on the other side of the interstate, so we may not be able to see a lot. Because I'm used to coming up through White Sulphur, like through
On US Route 60, yeah. I want to point out, as we were getting out of view of the interstate there, a large facility with a bunch of lumber sitting out in front of it, of course. Greenbrier County, more of a timber-based economy.
timber, livestock, especially cattle. Look at all those big fancy Greenbrier houses.
And of course, I would be remiss if I did not mention that the Greenbrier are currently owned by the sitting governor of West Virginia and soon to be U.S. Senator Jim Justice.
So those are Greenbrier Shooting Club homes, multi-million-dollar homes owned by people like Shaq and Charles Barkley.
No, I tagged it. Oh, you tagged it. Oh, no.
Look at that big one up on Katie's Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a bunch of big ones up on Katie's Mountain. But you have to remember, back in the day, the Greenbrier Resort was owned by the railroad, by the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad. And so the crown jewel of the railroad was that you could hop on the train and come to the Greenbrier. They even had people that were so rich that they had their own private train cars that they would hook on to the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad and come down here and spend a week or spend a couple weeks or spend a month in White Sulphur Springs. I mean, especially people that own houses down here. So it's a different time.
It's what you put out. It's what you'll
when Jim Justice bought the Greenbrier in 2009,
so don't worry.
I think.
9 to 11, 12, something right in there. He did buy it from CSX, which now owns what was the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad and the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad and all those different railroads. So you're seeing these massive, massive homes that all belong to the Greenbrier Resort property over here. When we go to the Greenbrier, we don't have that kind of money.
No.
We stay at the hotel. So there's the stables. This is okay. And if you look up on the hill, there's like where the West Virginia wing is.
Oh, okay.
Up on the hill, on the other side of this hill. So we're gonna be at the train station in no time right here.
In literally a handful of seconds.
So, and you'll note that this train station is unique.
See the video.
I don't want to let too much out of the bag, but we do have a video of this train depot, and it's because this train depot is decorated for Christmas 365 days a year. There's the front gate to the Greenbrier Resort with a big gigantic bus.
And you can see it in there
And
through the
there's
trees.
Greenbrier buses to pick people up. So it is a busy day at the Greenbrier, and you can hop off the train, and right there's the bus to take you across the street to the resort.
And of course the depot there, you can barely see it through that one single tree there, but it is there. Like I said, see our video that we did about this.
Yes, it's a Christmas store. So, Dave,
Mm-hmm.
Would you do this again and go to the Greenbrier?
Oh, yeah.
Me too. I really enjoyed it. Being able to like ride on the train and gawk out the window with someone that you care about makes all the difference. So thank you for joining us here on another episode of West Virginia History with Mrs. B. Thanks, y'all, for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to West Virginia History with Mrs. B on both Facebook and YouTube.